Hi, and welcome back to another video for the tracked learning program. We've been getting a lot of questions on how do we input assessments, how do we access assessments, how do we get them printed? And so we wanted to make a little how-to video on how to do that. So once you have your caseload, you also, when you hear all of your students have goals assigned to them. Once you have your caseload in and goals assigned, you will select all the students that you want to give an assessment to. And for instance, I'm going to just say all of my students. You're going to click the action button right here, and you're going to go down to open assessment or assessments. Here it's going to populate all of the kids you selected. And if you click on each of their names, it'll show you the goals that they have assigned to them specifically. The blue check or the check mark boxes here are showing the ones that it's going to create an assessment for. And the number that you picked from video one, when you added the student goals and you picked how many questions you wanted assessed each time, that is, the computer remembers that, and it is going to generate that many questions for every specific one of these goals per kid that you selected. So you can see I have, okay, I'm going to assign all of these. I'm going to say, let's just call it test run. And what you do is create assessment, boom, assessments created for specifically for each one of these kids, all auto-generated and randomized. It's already done for you. So now what you will do is one thing that if you haven't yet, some people have been using assessment password for each individual kid. How I like to do it is class password. Let's just call it chicken. And I'm going to save it. Once it is saved, you will type in trackedlearning.com/assess. And I've talked to our tech people, and we've actually got this as an app on the student iPads to even just speed up time. So you can have this bookmarked onto whatever devices they're using. Assessments can be taken on a phone, an iPad, or a computer. So once you type that in, it'll bring you to this login page. So you take the student information. So we're going to say John here is 1752. So we go over to 1752. We type in the password that we just created, and we didn't, this is assessment password that I showed you on the caseload page. We did not make one. Just press login. Sorry about this. Okay, let's double check what is going on here. Okay, saved. Let's try it again. There we go. And then they're just going to click on, if they have more that they haven't finished, it'll have a bunch of blue little oblong oval things here for all the names of the assessments. So we named this one test run, and boom, which place value is underlined and the number 867. And then they just click submit, click submit. And the great thing about this is, let's just start doing some wrong ones, is while they're taking and pressing save and submit, if I go to his profile under assessments, I can already see the percentage that he's getting in specific to that place value, goal 2, goal 3. So it's already generating an assessment for me and sending me information as he's taking this assessment. So now I'm able to start collecting data and inputting data and finding patterns while they're taking assessments rather than just sitting there and wasting time. So now I'm able to use my time more effectively. So in essence, they go through and you are just going to, they're going to answer it, and you're going to get to collect information, and at the end, you can listen to the letter. It's going to automatically play for you. Tell them the letters that they need to be, tells them when they're done, and they can log out and everything is complete. And now we can refresh here and we see exactly how he did on his assessment as a whole. We can also open up his assessment, see where he did. We can change his answer if we want to. We can write little comments, but the assessment is generated for you. You just decide how many questions you want for that target skill, and the rest is done for you. You just select the goals that you want to assess, you hit generate, and then you can access and get all the information you want. You can keep your anecdotal notes. If a kid can't do this on their own, you can also click on this icon here and, it's not available anymore because they finished. So let's go back to our caseload. Let's go to Rachel here. If I want, say Rachel just cannot do this, I can also click this icon and it will sign her in on my personal device and I can work through it with her. So that's just another thing we wanted to add and make it a little more user-friendly. So again, that's how you create assessments. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you. And we hope that this has given you so much more time with your students.